Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I recorded this video yesterday so it could upload yesterday while I was at school, but I guess it didn't want to upload yesterday, so I have to remake it today in two ways. So today is gonna be the video on my third foster home. I don't remember how long I was there. I don't remember how long I was in any of my foster homes, let's just say that. But today is gonna be about my third foster home, and yeah, so let's just dive in, shall we? So my third foster home was actually pretty nice. They had a nice house, I had a nice room, I had a TV, a bed, a dresser. It was nice. I had a little desk. It was all jamming. It was a mom and a dad, if you're wondering. The mom was black, the dad was white. And I went to I can remember going to summer school, and it was actually pretty nice. It was just kind of like, it was nice because I was the only child, because I'm so used to like having everyone else be able to go ahead of me, and then I could just, be me and just be myself and just get to like splurge on like everything for me, like they gave me all the toys I wanted. I got to eat anything I wanted. It was like awesome sauce. It was like, yes, please. And my drink. I'm gonna drink this after my post-workout, you guys. But I'm gonna drink this after I make my video because I don't want to ruin my my makeup, You see that glow? You see that shine? Yes, baby girl, yes. But anyways, so alright, let's just dive in. So the first thing I can remember of being there was there was this park that like was like down the street, like around the corner, and I would always walk there like all the time. Like every day I would walk to the park and just sit on the swings by myself and just swing. Basically all day after school I would go to the park and just swing. And I can remember there was this girl that used to go there too, and then we started talking, and then we became best friends, and everything was great. We would hang out every day and it would be awesome. And then the stepmom found out that I was hanging out with her, and I think it was like she went to like meet the parents, I think, and I guess the parents didn't like her. I guess from what I can remember, her telling me that the parents didn't like interracial relations. So she did it, so because, the mom was black and the dad was white, they didn't want to have anything to do with them. Which is kind of sad, because, I'm black and white, I'm mixed, I mean, I don't know all of my heritage, but, I know I'm black and I know I'm white, so it's kind of like, oh, okay, but, whatevs to them. But I mean, it wasn't the daughter. The daughter loved me. We loved each other. I mean, not like loved each other, but like we had fun together when we hung out, and it was like we would laugh, we would play, and it was awesome. And so the stepmom was like, not the stepmom, the foster mom was like, you can't hang out with her. And I was like, why? Like, I don't think, like, her parents should change my relationship with her. Like, I mean, I like her. Like, I like hanging out with her. Like, I don't know why I have to stop hanging out with her. And the stepmom was like, well, because they don't like my relationship with my husband, so I don't want you to be influenced on what they have to say. And I'm just kind of like, but I'm mixed. I don't have anything wrong with black and white people being together. Like, what the heck? But I didn't say that out loud, because I'm like 5 years old. And so like I kind of stopped hanging out with her, and I was like really sad. I was like, this sucks. Like I have no one else to hang out with now. Like what am I supposed to do? Stay home and talk to Barbie dolls all day? Like no. But anyways, so I found out that we went to the same school, so I would just hang out with her at school, and then we would come home, and then we would like part ways, and it was just like so sad. But anyways, so that was my only relationship there, my only friendship that I can remember. The second thing I can remember there was that they were very religious. The mom was very religious. I don't know about the dad, but I know the mom was very religious, and she would watch church on TV like all day long, and I would just sit there like, this is so boring. And I'm not a religious person. Like when I was with Graham, I could remember going to church maybe like once or twice, when I was younger, and even like after I went back with her like once or twice. Our family's not really religious, So I can remember one day she made me sit there and watch the entire church program from start to finish. Oh my God. I was so bored. Like I literally almost fell asleep. Like not even gonna lie. I almost fell asleep, you guys. It was so boring. Like, I just think church is so boring. That's me personally. Like, I'm not really a religious person. And so it was just kind of like, I felt like she was forcing me to sit there and, like, listen to these things that I didn't really know about. I didn't really believe in. And it was just kind of like, I don't really like this. And, like, I never went up there to, like, watch. Sorry. Like, ever again. Nope. She would always ask me to come watch, and I'll be like, no, I'm playing with my dolls. Leave me alone. Literally, that's what I would do. Or I would, like, make an excuse and, like, leave and then just not come back. I'd be like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom, and then leave and go to the park or something like that. It was just, like, no thanks. Not for me, sweetheart. Not for me. But, so, anyways, I can also remember, so my room was on the first floor, and their room was on the second floor, and I can remember it clearly, sweetheart. Their room was above mine, okay? Let me just speak to the people who are thinking of having children, okay? If you are thinking of having children, okay, and you have your room upstairs, and you have your kids' room downstairs, I'm gonna just let you know this right now. They can hear everything, okay? So if you are going to have intercourse and your child is underneath you, don't do it on the bed. All right? Do it on the floor or something. And make sure you close your door. Because I can remember I heard the banging from the bed. And so I get up and I go to the stairway. And I can hear her moaning. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was like, I was six years old, 6 or 7. You guys. Worst night of my entire freaking life. Okay. I did not need to hear that. Okay. I did not need to wake up to the banging of your bed above me. Like I did not need that. Okay, you guys. Like I was just kind of like, you know what I'm talking about? So, like, I never brought it up. I was never like, oh, I heard you guys last night. How'd you do it? What was up? Like, was it good? I never brought it up, okay? And let me just remind you guys, okay, and then, so yeah, that happened. And it was kind of like a one-time thing. Like, I don't remember ever hearing that again. I just remember that one time. And I think they kind of figured it out because I was like the next morning I was just kind of like I didn't talk to them. I didn't even look at them. I was just kind of like eating my food like this, you know, not looking up, looking down. And oh my gosh, you guys, at the kitchen table, I can remember at the kitchen table, you guys, there were baby dolls. Literally baby dolls at the kitchen table in high chairs. Baby dolls, you guys. I remember the first time I ate there, I was like, what the fuck is this? Oh my, like a baby doll was just staring at me. And I was like, what the, like I didn't eat. Like I didn't eat that first night. And I think they kind of like realized that I was kind of like freaked out. But they didn't move the baby dolls. So it was like the mom, the dad, and then me, and then a baby doll, and then a baby doll and a baby doll. You guys, I was eating next to a baby doll at the kitchen table. Oh my, can someone please explain this to me? Like, why was there a baby doll at the kitchen table? I asked her that. I was like, why are there baby dolls? And she was like, oh, these are my kids. These are how many kids I want. And so I'm just going to put these here until we have the kids. Alrighty then. That's cool. I can remember they had a cabinet that was filled with candy. Like not even just, it was filled with junk food, like candy, chips, like anything junk food, like Oreos, you know. And so I would go in there every day and I would get a piece of candy, maybe like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 pieces of candy. And I would feel so bad that I would hide the candy wrappers underneath my bed. And so I can remember there was this one day where the stepmom saw a candy wrapper on my floor. And she was very like a clean freak. She saw a candy wrapper on my floor and she told me to pick it up. So I picked it up and then she was like, I want you to sweep underneath your bed. But I kind of have a feeling that she checked underneath my bed. And because I kind of think that, like, she realized that, like, all the candy was, like, getting eaten, you know? And that she checked underneath my bed to see if there was, like, candy under there. And there, she probably saw all the candy wrappers. And so she was, like, she checked underneath my bed. I'm pretty sure she checked underneath. So then she made me pick up the candy wrapper. And then she made me sweep underneath my bed. And I was kind of, like, freaking the freak out because I was like, shit, there's like probably like 20 candy wrappers underneath there. And so the funny thing is I started at the bottom of the bed and just kind of like swept, and then I started just like picking, like, you know, I would like look underneath the bed and I'll pick like maybe like 3 wrappers and like pull it out and be like, I'm done. And she's like, oh no, keep sweeping, sweetheart. And then finally, I was just like, fuck it. She already knows. I swept all the candy wrappers out. And she's like, what is this? Like, just throw it away. Blah, blah, blah. And I was just kind of like, all right already. Dang. But I didn't say that. I said that in my head. You know, you can't really say that when you're 6 years old. So I was just kind of like, okay, I'm sorry. And after that, I just kind of threw the candy wrappers in the garbage. But, it was like, I liked the house. The big thing is, I can remember at that time we had like family get-togethers, right? We would go to DCFS and we would have like a family get-together and we would like all hang out and play together for like an hour, I think it is. And I can remember at this time, I'm like calling the foster mom. I'm like calling her mom because like before we had like a meeting and we were like, if you want, she was like, if you want, you can call me mom and I would really appreciate it. And, you know, all this. My nose is so itchy, you guys. I don't know what's going on. But she was like, I would really appreciate it if you called me mom. It would make me so happy and blah, 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 blah. And she was like, but you don't have to until you're ready and all this stuff. And I was just kind of like, oh, okay. So, like, a week or two later, I started calling her mom. And so, like, you know, we went to the family meeting, and Cindy shows up, my, like, actual mom. And, like, I yell out, Mommy, you know? And I think that kind of, like, irritated her or, like, made her mad. And, like, on the way home, she was like, you can't have two moms. And, like, I was so confused because it was, like, Cindy's my mom, you know? Like, she's, like, my biological mom. But this one girl is my foster mom. You know what I'm talking about? So I was just so confused. And like the week later, I talked to my therapist about it. And she was like, no, you can have two moms. It's up to you on who you call mom. You know, you can call them both mom. You know, and I was like, oh, okay. So I just didn't call the foster mom anymore. I didn't call her name's Sarah. I didn't call Sarah mom anymore. So I stopped calling her mom. And then like a week or two later, she realized I was no longer calling her mom, and she was like, why aren't you calling me mom? And I was like, well, you told me I can only have one mom. And so after that, like she just kind of like, our relationship kind of just shut down. And I think it was like 3 weeks later I moved out and back in with my gram, and it was just kind of like, you know, all right, whatevs. But so a lot of stuff in that home. So that was my third foster home. Tomorrow I'll upload a video on my fourth and last foster home that I was in. That one's gonna be kind of long because I was there for like 2 years. So stay tuned, and tomorrow I have a video out, probably a little bit after 5, because you know I have work and I have the gym and all this other stuff. So it's gonna come out a little after 5. I really hope, no, tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, a little after 5. So, no, before 5. I don't know. It'll be out tomorrow.